For the last few days, this farm has been more reservoir than fields.
So what should be growing in here?
Wheat.
Ollie is the third generation of his family to farm on the banks of the Even Lode in Oxfordshire, one of many farmers looking at lost crops that could in turn increase food prices.
So when do you think you can get on it?
Well, it'll be about 7 to 8 weeks, depending on the weather.
To plant?
To plant, yeah. It's been a very frustrating year.
The Environment Agency would like him to give up the field to improve flood control. He wants to keep growing food if the weather ever relents.
They want it for too long a period. They want it for 20 to 30 years, and I'm not prepared to release my land for that long. If it maybe was a 3 or 4 or 5 year programme, then maybe we'd think about it. And the money's got to be right as well. But we're farmers, we're here to grow food.
Farmland is one line of England's flood defences that are again being tested to breaking point, even if the rain for now has stopped. Somewhere in here is the River Windrush, a tributary of the Thames in Oxfordshire, a part of the country that is now considerably more Thames than valley.
The main channel of the river's just down here. There's a mill race across the other side, and the floodplain you can see in between is doing its job. When the water's high, it's supposed to look like this. Now, the water is receding here, but the Thames a few miles that way will continue to rise for a few days yet. And there is a trade-off here. The more land we deliberately give over to flooding to hold back water might be good news for towns and cities downstream, but it is less land available for food and farming.
It's not the only environmental concern when the waters rise. Heavy rain means sewage outflows, scores of them into the Thames this week. Every red symbol here is discharging water that could carry human effluent. Campaigners say it's a reminder water companies need to clean up their act.
Upstream of here, there are literally dozens of sewage treatment works that are discharging right now. For example, Benson, which is just a few miles upstream, has been discharging for 100 hours continuously, and many others similarly. So we've got thousands of hours of sewage flowing right past us. Where is that going to go? That is going to go into people's houses that are flooding.
Flooding is not new. Without it, this field wouldn't be so fertile. But the intensity and frequency of wet weather is. How we cope in future is a question of priorities. Paul Kelso, Sky News in Oxfordshire.